A special update for SRS Media listeners. Today I want to talk about two things, the platinum market and the premium market in gold and silver. As we all know, we had a downturn in gold and silver back in June and July, and we saw some of the best premiums we brought to y'all we've ever had in the history of this company, 42 years, where we were saying we've seen things like 1 ounce silver philharmonics go up 60 cents per ounce since those low buys that we were getting when a lot of the major wholesalers were getting their bids hit and had to carry more inventory than they wanted to, especially with the price going down during June and July. So now we see that philharmonics, maple leafs, eagles, all the premiums have soared as the U.S. Mint ran out of silver eagles, as you read about, and therefore the people that are holding them can demand a higher premium and get it when people want to buy. So we've run into a thing now where I've never seen is a quick recovery from the middle of July to the middle of September in premiums. I mean, some of them make up 60 cents, 50 cents, 35 cents an ounce on silver, and anywhere from, $3 to $6 an ounce on gold. All that's come back up. And there really is not a major wholesaler that I deal with that I can get any special deals right now, except still on the French 20 franc. We still have a few thousand of those access to that are at an incredible price. There was a legal tender coin minted between 1856 and 1904 by the French government. So it's still a great buy. But what it tells you is that things are changing. Certainly that's been the case. When silver got down to 1390, we called that the bottom. And certainly not to say it's impossible that it could break below that, but we felt that was it. Now we see it back at 1430, a 40-cent rise this week, which is very exciting to see it coming back up. We do expect this to continue, especially for y'all that follow the COTs, the commitment of traders. Last Friday, we saw more longs go on gold and more shorts come off silver than we've seen in 13, 15 months, something like that. So we're now seeing that what we keep hearing is that JP Morgan may go long at any minute. And of course they do. If they're really holding 300 million ounces of physical silver, they're going to drive the price up dramatically, both in the futures market and the physical market, just like they did from 2000 to 2011, where silver went up 14 times over that period of time, from $3 and something to over $47. So we do think we're very close. I'm not predicting those kind of moves, but we're very close to seeing that move. So the premiums are very, very important in my business, because a big wholesaler is not going to drop premiums no matter how big a deal I'm trying to fund. Let you know they're not concerned. They have no worry about the direction of the market at this point. And that's one of the closest things you can look at to do. I want to spend the rest of the time talking about platinum, where this company's had tremendous success over the 40 plus years of doing this. We saw platinum last week reach, we think, a midterm short. I think the price was $7.56. So it's only the third time we've seen this reached. And the other two times, platinum came out and went from $308 on the buy signal we gave to over $2,000 back in 2008 when it went over 2,000. Now it's all the way back to 800. And when I started talking about this a week ago, it was in 760s, just $10 off of what we felt was the buy signal. But still, if you're a technical trader, platinum is not in a bull market. You may have to wait another $10 or $12 to get a confirmation. But from a fundamental side, platinum is in a bull market, and we have sold a lot of platinum this week to our larger clients. And especially now that they've watched their palladium go from 300 to 900 and something, nearly 8,000, you see all the fundamentals are you need to change from palladium back to platinum if you're riding that wave. So the first thing to say is when you're buying platinum, we like the COMEX bars first, 1 ounce platinum bars or 10 ounce platinum bars. The platinum eagles and platinum maple leafs are much higher, and they're not even a COMEX product. You can't even use them to leverage in the futures market. So we believe you should stick with 1 ounce, and the spot price right now is around 800. And then you've got the premiums, which are higher than gold. But just think, right now, platinum is selling at 66% as much as gold. If you went back over the last 20 years, there's been like 10, 12 months where platinum's been below gold. Platinum's always been, because it's 46 times more rare than gold. Only 175 tons of platinum is mined a year compared to 3,000 tons of gold per year. So we're talking about the real precious metal of the world right now is platinum. And we're seeing the demand is only 4% for investment right now, while the rest of it's for the catalytic converter, and all these new cell cars are going to have to use platinum and not palladium because of the different melting points in it. And we anticipate over the next 10 years in China alone that we'll see these new cell cars that will produce 7 million cars that have to have platinum in them to run as these electric cars take over the world over the next 10, 12 years. And you can just ride a steady flow up, in our opinion, that started at 756 just 2 weeks ago. So we love platinum at that. The rarity of it, 175 tons, 3,000 for gold. We want to look at, make sure I'm seeing everything I want to mention. The melting points I said are different, so it's going to be great. The mining, 75% of all the platinum in the world comes from South Africa, which has strikes all the time, has power outages all the time. There's instant interruptions in the flow of platinum and palladium, for that matter, coming to market in South Africa every year. This will continue to affect the market, and as demand continues to pick up, and the investment right now, only 4% is being used for investment, where gold's like 55% of the gold coming out of the ground is going for investment, and only 4% for platinum. I also want to mention is that the palladium and platinum can be used in the catalytic converter, and now you're going to see people shifting back because platinum is $200 an ounce cheaper, and certainly the car industry has grown, which has sent palladium way up as people sold platinum when it got up to 1,800 to 2,000 per ounce and bought palladium at 300, and now we see palladium at near 1,000 and platinum at 800. So there's going to be a shift of the producers of auto catalysts buying platinum again and selling their palladium. So once again, if you're holding palladium. The fuel cell electric vehicles we talked about is rapidly growing. The demand for glass is probably the biggest hidden one, where we have what we call smart glass that's indispensable in the high performance glass for television sets, all these ultra high definition television sets, and these screens on the new smartphones. All those are using platinum. That demand has grown 17% this year alone. So watch this just continue to go up. I just don't see any downside risk in platinum. Never say never, but I see very little, if any, downside risk in platinum. So I would urge you to get in that market with part of your portfolio that you're holding in precious metals, which is a percentage of your overall portfolio. Whatever percentage you have allocated for metals, whether it's 5 or 35, we see everywhere in between, and people even up to 50% that aren't comfortable with fiat currency paper investments, especially with the world paper debt hitting $250 trillion, is unbelievable. And there will be a paper crash in not the too distant future. I wish I could tell you when, but I certainly don't have a crystal ball to know. So hopefully you can give us a call to discuss the platinum. I've made the case why silver has started moving, which we think is the real move this time, and gold has resumed its strength, even though it has had a poor year this year. But you can call us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. And platinum bars can be put in IRAs. So if you want to put in your IRA, if you don't have a self-directed precious metals IRA, we'll be happy to walk you through that and explain how it works. We can function as your representative and broker, but we cannot function as your custodian. So anyway, give us a call and get updated. And without question, please read Steve's silver article earlier this week, because I endorse and say yes, 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 Steve, you're right on the right track. So if you haven't read it, read that also. Till next time when we have a special update for SRS Media, this is Tom Cloud signing out.